Your presence here, Your Excellencies, is confirmation of your commitment to use regional integration as a vehicle for social and economic transformation of our economies, from low to higher productivity, dynamic economies that are economically inclusive and equitable. Excellencies, at the very outset, allow me to thank Her Excellency Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, the chairperson of the African Union Commission and the entire Commission, for providing free of charge the African Union conference facilities and for the logistics support services for this summit and the meetings that preceded the summit. That is the contribution of the African Union Commission.
I warmly welcome you all to the 18th COMESA Summit of Heads of State and Government here in Addis Ababa. Indeed, it is a great pleasure and privilege and honor for my government and country to host this historic summit. As you are all aware, the city of Addis Ababa recently hosted many dignitaries who came for the 24th AU Summit that adopted Agenda 2063. It is in the same spirit of Pan-Africanism that we meet again under the COMESA umbrella, and I express my deep gratitude and respect for the honor, confidence, and trust you bestowed on our country to host the 18th Summit and also the 9th First Ladies Roundtable. It is therefore my sincere hope that since your arrival, you have experienced nothing but the warmth of Ethiopia, which we extend to all our visitors. I wish to extend an open invitation to you all to explore the various tourist attractions that Ethiopia has to offer, such as the Danakil Depression, Lake Tana, the Blue Nile Falls, national parks, Rock Owen Church, and ancient Al-Najashi Mosque, among others, which will hopefully entice you to stay on for as long as you may wish. Your Excellencies, please also join me in congratulating His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, the President of Malawi, and the Prime Minister of Mauritius, His Excellency Aniord Juganthu, who are both attending the COMESA Summit for the first time since being democratically elected to lead their countries. Your Excellencies, we wish you the best in your tenure of office. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the economic performance of Africa since the turn of the 21st century has been remarkable, even in the aftermath of the global financial and economic crisis. Sound economic policies, strong institutions, and higher level of public and private investment are among the major drivers of social and economic growth and development in our continent. In some of our countries, sustained economic growth has translated into higher living standards, poverty reduction, and improved social indicators. Despite the remarkable economic performance, millions of Africans still are living and leading meager subsistence living. The main development challenge facing Africa today and in the years to come is how to significantly reduce and ultimately eradicate extreme poverty in the region while transforming the structure of our economy. The commitment of African governments and the states towards poverty eradication and the success of their policies and strategies will be therefore weighed against the number of citizens lifted out of absolute poverty and the sustainability of their growth and transformation. Our theme this year, inclusive and sustainable industrialization, could not have come at a better time than this. Inclusive and sustainable industrialization is a pillar towards sustained economic growth, food security and poverty eradication, and job creation within COMESA region. Inclusivity prioritizes creating shared responsibilities, and the benefits of industrialization must be all-encompassing, women, children, young and old alike. Employment opportunities, particularly industrial and agro-industrial sectors, must be available to all members of the workforce, that building greater prosperity and social cohesion. Inclusivity will also call for cooperation between governments and private sector actors to harness the investment necessary to strengthen the productive and trade capacities of our member states. Similarly, environmental sustainability is also central to our industrialization programs. Experience shows that environmentally sound production methods in industry can significantly reduce environmental degradation by increasing resource efficiency in production. Since resource inputs represent an important cost of production for industries, efficiency improvements can be a significant lever for competitive advantage. We should aim to promote green industry and the use of clean technologies and energy in industrial production, greater resources and energy efficiency, and improved water and waste management. These measures can reduce harmful emissions and waste. Most importantly, they offer a significant potential for increased comprehensiveness and employment opportunities. Industrialization must therefore be embedded in a socially equitable and environmentally sustainable and friendly policy framework if it is to achieve the desired development impact. In this context, allow me to indicate that Ethiopia has aggressively embarked on a climate resilient and carbon neutral path to build a dynamic and equitable middle income economy without increasing net greenhouse gas emission and while building resilience to climate shocks. This stems from recognizing the deep links between our environment, our climate, and our economic and social developments.
Comes time so as to ensure that the COMESA region devises measures to fully utilize market opportunities regionally and globally. The theme is not only act as an impetus to the accelerated development in this region, but also befits the urgency for achieving the aspirations of the founding fathers. Mr. Chairman, I must stress that the COMESA, with the attainment of the COMESA Free Trade Area and the commencement of the implementation of the Customs Union will end in futility if no deliberate efforts are made to front-load industrialization development for equitable economic development in the region. We'll be satisfied when initial micro, small, and medium enterprises producing and exporting value-added products within the common market. We must therefore grab this opportunity and ensure that the draft COMESA industrial policy is implemented in order to realize the aspirations and vision as enshrined in the COMESA Treaty. On peace and security, I'm pleased to note that the region is relatively stable except for a few pockets of political instability. I here commend the efforts being undertaken by COMESA member states to address these security challenges. It is our noble responsibility to ensure that the implementation of a regional integration agenda strives under an enabling climate of peace, stability, and security. My government is fully committed towards a peace and security agenda in this region.
The successful implementation of the Common Industrial Policy will require not only sound macroeconomic policies, but also microeconomic policies, and most fundamentally, institutions that can support what I can describe as a capable state. Excellencies, some of the lessons that have been learned from the emerging industrializing economies is that there is a need to avoid a blueprint approach. In other words, a one-size-fits-all approach to industrialization. This is because industrialization can be based on labor-intensive industries, it can be based on natural resources through value addition and diversification from low value to high value services. On agricultural development, Your Excellencies, and cooperation, I'm happy to report that on agriculture, cooperation and development, COMESA member states are implementing the African Union Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program, CADAP, which has seen 14 out of the 19 member states of COMESA signing CADAP national compacts. In addition, 8 member states have successfully designed and fully costed their national agriculture, food, and security and investment plans, and have been able to access funding of United States dollars $253 million from the Global Agriculture Food Security Program and other sources. Despite progress made, the region still spends $22 billion United States dollars annually to import food. This underlines the need for the member states to embark on agricultural modernization, which should be aimed at, among others, generating demand for agricultural infrastructure. That is, the machinery and the equipment which should be part of our industrialization policy.
We can learn many lessons from the work that you have done as COMESA, such as trade support and facilitation within the region, including women cross-border traders, on harmonization and the move towards a free trade area, to name but a few. As we therefore consider the key actions necessary within the first 10-year plan, we know that COMESA and the REX will be key partners in the priorities of Agenda 2063.
Au nom des chefs d'État et de gouvernement ici présents, et en mon nom personnel, je tiens à m'acquitter d'un agréable devoir, celui de remercier notre hôte, son Excellence, M. Haïlé Mariam Desalegn, Premier ministre de la République fédérale démocratique d'Éthiopie, le gouvernement et le peuple frère de ce beau et grand pays pour avoir accepté d'abriter les présentes assises. Et je salue l'accueil chaleureux et fraternel réservé à toutes les délégations, ainsi que toutes les marques d'attention dont celles-ci sont l'objet depuis leur arrivée dans cette historique ville d'Addis Ababa. Et je tiens également à être l'interprète fidèle du peuple congolais et de son gouvernement qui m'ont chargé de transmettre tant aux frères de la République fédérale démocratique d'Éthiopie qu'à ceux de tous les autres pays membres du COMESA, un message de fraternité, d'amitié, de paix, de stabilité, de solidarité et de prospérité. Aspiration légitime de population de l'ensemble de notre communauté économique régionale. Excellences, Messieurs les chefs d'État et de gouvernement, il y a un an, lorsque vous avez fait à mon pays l'honneur d'assumer la présidence tournante de notre organisation, je m'étais engagé à œuvrer pour la mise en œuvre de nos programmes prioritaires et de faire avancer le processus d'intégration de notre région, en veillant à ce que se poursuive la réflexion entamée lors des assises de Kinshasa sur le thème « Consolider le commerce intra-COMESA à travers le développement des micro, petites et moyennes entreprises ». En choisissant ce thème, nous voulions mettre l'accent sur les voies et moyens d'améliorer la compétitivité de nos économies, d'inciter nos concitoyens à faire montre de créativité, de susciter l'émergence à plus ou moins court terme d'une classe moyenne performante et des hommes d'affaires capables de piloter toutes sortes d'unités de production, de transformation et de distribution de nos ressources naturelles. De créer ainsi localement de la valeur et des emplois. Bref, de faire de chacun de nos pays et par ricochet de notre région et de notre continent un espace de progrès, de croissance et de développement.
The theme of this year's COMESA Summit of Inclusive and Sustainable Industrialization in COMESA will be the focus of Ethiopia's chairmanship of COMESA in the coming year. Industrialization of our member states and of that of the COMESA region is of paramount importance, as through industrialization, COMESA will achieve equitable, sustainable job-creating economic growth that will benefit all of us in the COMESA. The inclusive and sustainable industrialization that we are embarking upon at the national and COMESA level has to be supported by investments in infrastructure, energy, health, education, and transportation logistics, to mention but a few.